All right. Hello, Internet, and welcome to our next wonderful session where we're going to be waiting for Mr. Conductor to actually arrive. But until then,
Yeah,
Foundry
here
needs to be
you are.
updated on what the hell's going on.
I'm here.
Perfect timing!
You fool.
Indeed, indeed. Well,
Do we need to pause this?
no, I think we are still going to update Foundry on what was going on, and Mr. Conductor is going to get his update on his own stuff at the end of this.
Yeah.
Okay, so we agreed to meet with Gamma and Iota in a park. We kind of went over things, and we got the important note of they don't think magic doesn't exist. They're just very particular on terminology, and because they think it can be studied, believe it shouldn't be called magic, which is kind of dumb to be complaining about terminology, but means that don't have to necessarily worry about them getting themselves killed. So like that's good. Um I think the boogeyman and the conductor did some heart to heart where like the boogeyman took him to the graveyard and they talked about stuff, and it probably was really depressing.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't listen to it?
I mean, this is what Tom would give as an explanation.
Oh,
Tom, I'm pretty sure, has been there for this talk before.
Yep. This is Tom is bored with this concept and not actually being super helpful as a result, right?
I'm sorry. I thought we were giving Dan the explanation as to what was going on
No,
last
we're
time.
giving Foundry the
We're giving
explanation.
Foundry. Okay.
Yeah, we're giving Foundry the explanation. A very different answer.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, no, when you show up to the last rites, also Mr. Conductor is behind the bar and will slide you a drink when the other two are not around, because they left before the bar opened.
Oh,
Yeah, Mr. C will work as a bartender now, which is nice because he's pretty good with mixing drinks. We got a note that the Irish mob is going to be getting up to some shit, and so we started investigating and prepping the area for that to happen, and are kinda on stakeout, kinda about ready to spring an attack. You're probably like waiting on the train.
Yeah. I mean, it's up to you if you're waiting on the train or in the bar, Dan.
I'd probably wait in the bar for this.
Okay, you've never seen the place more hopping, I believe, was Nick's description, because I rolled a 12 at bartending. So people were coming in, leaving, telling more people about it, and more people came in.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
Very
Also,
successful.
what's your drink of choice, Dan?
Give me a rum and coke. I don't know if that's been invented yet. I know Coca-Cola exists, but I don't know if rum and coke's been invented. But fuck it,
Invent it!
invent it.
Invent it? Okay. Nick, I would like to invent the rum and coke.
Reasonable.
For
And
Foundry.
answer is it's been around for 100 years.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I slide it down to you. Gonna be like, the secret is the extra twist of lime.
Yeah.
Really brings out the flavors.
Oh, looks like the
Oh, that's
original
good.
name was the Cuba Libre.
Cuba Libre. Okay.
That's a bit fancy for a drink that is literally 2 ingredients.
Look, remember,
Three.
this was back when Coca-Cola was a high-quality luxury product?
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also traditionally made with lime.
Yum yum. Which limes were probably also harder to get a couple hundred years ago.
Hence the single twist.
Yep. Hence the single twist.
You have to dress it up properly.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll be keeping my eye on Boogeyman and Good Spirits. Foundry would know this as well. They left to do the stakeout, and I'm just keeping my eye on them while I'm working.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe Bar is going to be closing down before any action happens.
Yeah, because you can kind of close it down when you start noticing stuff happening, like the boat getting near.
Okay. I mean, when that happens, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to call over the rest of Wex's employees. I'm not sure how many there are. Wex?
I don't know, probably like probably just enough to run the bar reasonably,
So we're like 2 or 3.
and the entertainment.
Yeah. So, is it the same entertainment, or do you have different people? I'm assuming it's the same guys.
Oh, it's the same good people.
Okay, yeah. Before like anything happens as we're closing down, I'm going to tell everybody, all right, how many tips did everybody make? And I'm assuming I far and away made more than everybody else, so I'm going to, pool tips and, make a couple of piles and give everybody, fair amount.
Yep. Yeah, everyone's
How-
going home with plenty of money tonight.
How much did I make?
You got a 12 on a check. The answer is I'm not exactly sure what the exchange is, but you probably pulled in as much in one night as the bar normally makes in 2 weeks.
And you're just seeing me handing out stacks of cash to the rest of the employees.
I mean, that's fine. I don't really do this for the money, so reward my boys.
That's fine. And
Mhm.
then after that, I'm going to go. I'm also in a nice little bartender uniform with a vest and a bow tie. I will go around back and switch to my flannel shirt. And I'm assuming that's when I get my train coming.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna be like, oh, I wasn't expecting you back so fast, Thomas. So do you have news?
Well, got some news, Mr. C. Not necessarily the greatest news. There was a train got called in that night.
Who called it in?
Well, I don't know. I wasn't the train.
Oh, okay, well, which train was it? Can I call them up? Can I talk to them?
Um, mm, I mean, I suppose technically he hasn't been around for a while. Not since that night. Like he's done stuff since. It was Diesel. Diesel took the ticket.
Okay, hold up. Isn't that the villain from the movie?
The diesel trains were generally made to be
The jerks, yeah.
the villain trains in movie, in show, etc. The level of villain to just being a jerk kind of varied,
Yeah.
and I think they eventually softened up on them when diesel trains were no longer the new train, because
Yeah, electric
there's a
train.
lot of thing of whatever is the new brand of train doesn't have the heart of the older trains.
Yeah. Like, that's right. He's the one who never responds to my calls. He's the
Yeah,
one who.
he's got a little bit of an attitude problem.
I thought he was just sidelined for a reason. Like, did he do something specific, or?
You'd have to ask Mr. Station Master, or honestly, really the previous Mr. Conductor.
Okay, who's he?
Well, his name was Michelangelo Campo.
Oh, okay.
I don't really have that much else. Like, we don't really keep track of where the comings and goings of people.
Well, Did he retire? Like, did he end up in a specific city? Is he in this country? Do you know anything about that, or is that more questions from?
No, he was also in Chicago, like usually.
Oh, okay, so he's a local, so I can. Okay, um, and do we know who called in this ticket?
You're gonna have to ask either Diesel or Michelangelo.
But you're sure someone specifically called in a ticket to have the train at that exact location, to have Diesel at that location at that time?
Yeah, that's what. Like I talked to the other trains. That's what they said.
Okay. Thank you, Thomas.
Here's to see. Somewhere you need to go.
You tell me, Nick. Is it about that time?
It's about that time.
All right. Yeah, I will go around front, and I will say, Foundry, time to go, and I'll gesture for you to come to the back room.
All right, I guess I will come with.
And yeah, those are Diesels. Good job, Sean.
Well, now I need to go find the images.
Post them in just fire.
That's how you know is villainous.
Yeah. He's crabby.
That's how you know is not a friend.
And also, yep, all those angles, no round faces.
Yeah.
The round faces are the happy ones. Okay. Yeah, no. So as you come to the back and we board the train, Foundry, you're just going to notice that Mr. Conductor just looks very pensive.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Oh, you ready to go, Foundry?
Let's do it.
All right. I will blow my whistle, and I guess Thomas will take us to the rooftop where Good Spirits and the Boogeyman are waiting.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So you're down near the docks. From everyone else's perspective, there's a fair number of guys wandering around. Warehouse? Warehouse for the mob, where late at night a boat's pulled in. And wouldn't you know it, standing on the deck of that boat, just opening one of the containers without unloading anything else, is Siren with the dog next to her. She,
I mean, the dog has a name too.
Yep. It's true. I should actually edit that.
Mogwin the Hunter?
What?
Mogwin the Hunter? Malwin the Hunter?
Mm-hmm.
I can't pronounce things correctly.
I mean, when you go to these names, you will come across the fact that there's like three or four pronunciations that no one agrees on.
Yep. Malgwin's the one that I was thinking of. Or Malgwin. Yeah, it's hard. Why is Gaelic hard? Yeah, so they're doing that where they pull out they're opening up a big chest. They pull out a much smaller box where two pretty hefty silver coins are wrapped up in silk. And boy, does Siren look happy to get these. You guys are, of course, in classic superhero fashion, on the warehouse roof next door.
I don't think I can comment on those coins because I don't think I know that in character.
This is anyone with a decent awareness stat is going to get what those are.
That they're coins, or specifically what the coins are?
Well, they're very large silver coins.
Okay, because I do have awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, wait, I have alertness. Never mind, different thing.
I mean, I have awareness, but I don't think. What I'm trying to say out of character is if those are similar coins to what you guys used in your backstory. I don't have any information on that in character.
I feel like I'd recognize if it looks the same.
I have the coin on me, so
It's
Uh,
also the thing of potentially it matters more based off whether or not it currently has magic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, two magic, a meta and a magic user are going after it. I'm assuming it's important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we probably should, if everyone's ready, we probably should start messing with this, or do we want to wait to see if anyone else shows up?
I don't know that we're gonna get anybody else showing up.
Yeah. It's not like we can rely on the police to help us.
Eh,
He's
So-
finally learning.
yep, everyone ready to go?
I suppose here's the big question. Are you trying to go while they're still out near the water or when they've gone back into the warehouse?
Who met with them at the water, or
Just the guy who was sailing their boat.
oh right, also the warehouse is what we trapped. So probably the warehouse.
Alright, so you're waiting until they're inside the warehouse.
I think that makes sense, right? If we trap the warehouse to wait for that.
I mean, that does make sense if that's what you guys did. I
I
was
mean,
at the
it's
bar.
specifically the warehouse that was trapped, right?
Yep.
So yeah, let's wait for them to get there and hope this doesn't go poorly.
Alright, so Siren and Baldwin are going back into the warehouse, and one minute, do I have everyone ready? It is time for you to spring your
Yep.
trap.
but yeah,
Uh,
we did trap the place, right?
Mhm.
We did magic nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
Magic nonsense.
Magic nonsense indeed. Did you write down what your traps were? Because I told you guys to, because I was not going to remember.
Curse
Mostly
trapped
it's
area
Sean.
counts as one reflexive reaction, 8 damage dealt to someone. Attempted to mess with the environmental magic of the area to benefit us more than enemies, based off knowledge of the Veil being weak. Rolled a regular success using Principle of Chaos. Mr. C is prepped +2 limbering up, but with a -3 due to tired. And the Boogeyman has a +2 to using infernal powers.
There we go.
They are all in boosts and hinders.
You also had a damage one, I thought.
That's the counts as a cursed / trapped area.
Yep,
Counts as one reflexive 8 damage free action attack.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Yep, I missed that at the beginning. So, a big question, I suppose, for you guys is who wants to take first. But you go back in. It honestly looks like a pretty normal warehouse to you, minus the glow of magic and supervillains. For zones, we have inside the warehouse, we have the docks, and we have, for some reason, you are in an ocean.
You know, I'm looking forward to people ending up, for some reason, you're in an ocean. I don't know if it's guaranteed that some horrible thing will jump out of the ocean at some point, which it might be, but I also just like the idea of somehow we all end up in the ocean.
I mean, my plan is to send some of them into the ocean. Overcomes, baby.
Mm-hmm.
That is my game plan right now.
I'll be honest, I didn't hear any of that because my children are in the room.
Areas are inside the warehouse, the docks outside the warehouse, and then you have ended up in the ocean. Why did you make this mistake?
Yep. yeah, and right now their guys are just unloading things from the boat. I'm assuming a train is just pulling up in the middle of the warehouse as you guys all drag yourselves onto the field.
I don't know. I mean, everybody else tells me if they want to do this stealthily or if they want us to announce our presence. Because if I pull a train in, like, there goes the element of surprise. Foundry, Boogeyman, Good Spirits, do you want me just to drop us in the center of the warehouse?
I mean, the big guys that we want to take down and the box we want to take the most, the one with the coins, is in center of warehouse, so like...
Honestly, shock and awe, it's probably the best thing we can do.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I guess a train will pull up and everybody will disembark. So choo-choo, everybody.
All right, choo-choo.
Choo-choo!
Choo-choo. One moment, I need
Just-
to make Foundry big. I wish I knew how to make this permanent, but I don't. Roll20 continues to elude me. Big Foundry has arrived.
Why isn't Thomas bigger?
Because I know what you would do with that power.
Choo-choo. Where's the boogeyman? Where's Good Spirits? Did
Yeah,
we
Boogeyman-
only
Alright,
do-
I
Spirits,
need
yeah,
drag
get in
mine
here.
onto the thing. I haven't dragged it onto the board yet, and I was looking at... Ah.
And as a note, there's a lot more guys than these minions. These minions are the ones who are currently armed.
Okay.
But for one of the first times in this game, again, you have a map with no civilians.
We could go with Plan Arson.
Well, that's why I asked if we were going to do planned arson, it should have been before we fucking entered the building.
You guys can get
See,
out
this
of the
is why
building.
they wouldn't say. This is why they won't expect Plan Arson.
Mm-hmm. Yup. So have some challenges. But yes, now that we're getting going and all four of you have arrived, basically the train comes in, it pops out. Malguin reacts first, but Siren's not far behind him. Just she looks up and goes, great, it's you again. Well, Malguin sniffs the air a couple of times, looks at Good Spirits. Are we gonna have a problem?
I mean, I feel like that's more of a your decision here.
The answer is yes. Always problems.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure, as he said, the answer is yes. I don't think we often don't have problems when we meet up, but like, if you guys just want to surrender, like, that helps us out a lot.
Malguin's just gonna hang his head and shake it. Always time to turn over a new leaf. And Siren just snaps and goes, all right, boys, get him.
Who has the coins, by the way? Is it
Siren.
Siren? Okay.
Yes, Mogwin has coins with all of the pockets that a dog has.
You see,
under-
Mogwin, this is really why you should have learned shapeshifting at some point and gotten better with his glamours. Like, thumbs are so goddamn useful.
Could have magic pockets. We don't know.
He just sighs incredibly loudly at you. Anyway, you guys have initiative. Who wants to take the first go?
Let's see. Well, they have the environment, they have minions, and they have Siren and the dog.
Yep.
And I'm assuming these are minions and not lieutenants because they're green.
Correct.
Okay.
I mean, I could just unstoppable charge Siren, and that will maybe open up a distraction to start taking coins.
Sounds good to me.
I'd like to deal with her first, anyways.
As Foundry just Kool-Aid Man's in.
Like you do. All right, well, that's 6.
Yeah, and yeah, that's just 6. There's nothing she can do about that.
All right, let's throw it to.
Bonk.
I think
Ugh.
I want to go close to the end of the initiative order.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna drag the initiative thing down a little bit to make it
I forget-
easier for everyone to say.
I forget how her powers work.
She is a hinder maniac. She attacks and hinders.
Yep.
All right, so we should probably try to do our actions before her.
Yeah.
Though we still don't want her to go
Sure.
at the top.
Do we want to take one more action and then throw it to something on their side?
Sure.
All right, who wants it?
Well, I'm currently in my base mode, which is a bit of a problem, but I can just do a principle and see if we can.
All right, go for it.
Let's see. So, Nick, I'm going to blow for a train. It's going to very quickly pick me, and I'm going to sidestep onto it, stepping on one side of the train and then just walking to the other side and immediately stepping off. Very clockwork precise, and as I'm doing so, I'm holding out my hand and trying to find the coin on Siren and snatching it as I appear over here.
Okay.
I'm trying to use principle of clockwork for that.
I'll allow it once.
Okay. And let's see. I'm gonna guess awareness and alertness because I'm trying to get a coin off of her.
You're trying to find the coin for the first part, so yeah. Second roll is going to be actually taking it.
Okay, got a 9.
Got a 9. That is a complete success, but ooh, you have rolled a 1. She gets a reaction.
Oh no. Wait.
As you're basically coming in, like, okay, where the hell did she put it in? Honestly, she's probably basically wearing kind of a men's shirt, slacks, has a bag. She's like, oh, you fucking dare, and screeches right in your ear.
Ow.
9 damage, Mr. C.
9. Ouch. Okay.
Yeah, you're like, oh, that feels like tinnitus right now.
Yeah. I do not like tinnitus. All right.
Boogeyman, you don't have HP right now. Why do you not have HP?
That is a good question.
I'm gonna fix this.
In any case, Boogeyman, good spirits, either of you want it. Otherwise, I think I'll pass to the mooks.
I'm okay.
You're okay? You want it? Or no?
No, I think you said pass to the mooks. because
Okay, enough mooks.
he cannot talk that much.
Okay, mooks it is then.
All right, to the mooks. Well, guys inside are drawing and firing. 2 for Foundry and 1 for everyone else, as is tradition. Because you're on their turf. They're just pulling out handguns. Actually, no, they're... yeah, no, they were prepared. They have actual guns this time for the mooks. They're D8s. Foundry, 7 damage, then 5 damage.
Okay.
This is bullets, so, you know, your full DR applies.
Alright, so 6. And then am I still in... Okay, I'm still in green. So then you said 5 was the second one?
Yep.
Alright, so 4. Alright, so 19.
Mr. C, 3 damage.
Yay.
Boogeyman, 6 damage. Good Spirits, 1 damage.
Okay.
Wait, I just took 1. Okay.
Yes. Look, he sprayed and prayed, and Jesus was not with him today.
You've been abandoned.
And hearing gunshots from inside, 3 guys rush in from the docks. Let's see here. Who do the minions want to give it to? I think the... oh no, 1 minute. My graphics card's doing something. Oh no. I can't see anything. Are you all still there?
I'm still here.
Okay. The map has unloaded. I'm going to see if I can reload the map.
Load the map.
It is not... I'm going to reload Roll20.
Okay, I will be right back.
And also kill that memory footprint. Goodbye, Google Hangouts. Goodbye, YouTube. All right. We're back on visual, I think. I'm going to double check to make sure OBS is back on visual. It is. So I think the mooks are going to pass to Siren.
Like a bunch of jerks.
Who, like a bunch of jerks, and she's just looking at all of you going, oh, this is going to be fun. Find me in my native element. Let's see here. Sort of like she has never seen the Boogeyman before.
Oh yeah, she has.
You're was Foundry at the bar fight? I forget.
I busted in late, very late, so she has seen me.
No, she would have seen me. I came in as a boogeyman.
Oh wait, no, you came in later on. It's like, let's see how well you do when you're all soggy.
What?
She's going to kind of rush the Boogeyman and send him flying.
So this is how we wind up in the ocean. Got it.
This is how you wind up in the ocean.
Wait, is she super strong too?
So the big thing you notice is she just grabs like a barrel of water and grabs him and flings him in a giant bubble, more or less.
Water kinesis.
Yep. Boogeyman, attack 7, and you are in the drink. Also, did you take your initiative markers? This is desynced. 1 minute.
Nick, he is not in the drink.
What are you gonna do?
I'm already in yellow.
Okay. Yep.
Defend me.
Yeah. So let's see. Status die. Yellow. You take 1 damage, and you are not in the drink. You are, in fact, right behind her after she threw you.
Yeah, he goes into the drink, and the train is sitting there waiting for him, basically, like, as he's about to go off the edge of the docks. Unless this is your other power.
Yeah. That's all I can do.
And she's just going to sit there like, all right, then shoot that one at Mr. Conductor. But I think we're gonna pass to Boogeyman now.
Okay, we need 2 overcomes to get the coins, right?
2 overcomes.
2
for each.
overcomes per coin, unless you succeed at making a overwhelming success.
I mean, I think it's probably just I'm just gonna beat on her.
Mm-hmm. All right, 1 minute. Just gonna update this to try and make everything fixed. I don't know how to fix your token, your HP token, Boogeyman. It desynced, and I don't know how to make it not desync.
I don't know.
But where are we tracking your HP?
I'm tracking it.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's got it. It just his token is desynced, and I don't know how to fix it.
Okay.
All right. I guess I'll use. Do we remember if she has any reactions?
You just saw her use one.
Yeah.
Okay,
If
cool.
you roll a 1,
Let's Graven Grasp for that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna use the +2 boost is a one-time thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna just use it on her. I want her down.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. I like that.
Well, so about that, Malgwin uses a reaction to tackle you and take the attack instead.
Oh, god damn it. Stupid dog. All right, well, Mogwin is going to take 11 damage.
Yep. He sure is, which is to say, you mostly hit the illusion.
Oh my god.
And then she reactions to, so, all right, well, at least you're already wet to just try and crush the boogeyman.
With like the water on me?
Yes. 4 damage, boogeyman.
Okay. Ow.
Who's up next?
This is why I didn't want to deal with Mogwin at the same time.
should we pass to either the environment or Mogwin?
Probably Mogwin.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Actually, there's not that much great stuff he can do right now, I think. Just double checking what he's got. So Mogwin is going to look at the boogeyman. To look over at Tom. Just shake his head like, all right. All too many things I need to do all at the same time.
Maybe you should take a vacation.
Next
One
century.
more it's already been at least a century since you put it took it one off. You're overdue.
Never overdue for work, or actually paying your deals. About that. Train man, yeah. Sorry, he's gonna nod. He's gonna go after Mr. Conductor. Mr. Conductor, there is a dog trying to bite your leg and shake you.
Well, I guess that's happening. I have no reaction. There's not much I can do about it.
All right.
I do.
What?
Oh.
I have a reaction for you, but I need to see the damage.
All right. 6 damage and a -4 hinder at Mr. Conductor as he is being manhandled by a dog.
1 minute. Mr. Conductor, take no damage as a voice in your head tells you to get the fuck out of the way.
I will just take a step back, and the dog will just miss me. Do I still take the hinder if I don't take the damage?
Yes. The answer is I think he has one of your pant legs rather than your leg.
That's disappointing. Okay.
Mogwin's gonna give it. Mogwin's gonna, not be absolutely terrible, and he's gonna give it to you guys, to the environment next, in hopes that it does something useful.
I mean,
that was certain.
we'll see how my messing with it worked.
Yes, which is to say, do you want to call in your major messing with it now or later?
Let's hold off a little bit.
Okay. And so then, good spirits, you are hindered -1 because you're sitting there going like, "Is it time? Is it time?" Shit, no, it isn't time. As the wind, like the howling wind, distracts you, you're like, "Can I use that?" No.
Okay.
Mid hinder 1 hero, it rolled 2. The environment rolled 2 1s. Good spirits.
Okay, so I am going to summon a minion. Can I choose which of the part of the roll if it is the boost or if it's the minion making that the -1 applies to?
I'm gonna say yes for this.
Okay. So that is a 9 for the creation of, which means it will be a D10, and a 10 or 9 for the boost, which is going to be a +3 still. I'm going to be making a. I'm going to make a boost one, and I'm going to give it Swift.
Mm-hmm.
And that's some prep work I'm going to do, and then, who does anyone have a preference for who goes next? I would like it passed back to me after.
I mean, I can go. I'm going to attempt to steal one of the coins.
Yeah, I think the sooner we can get the coins and get out of here, the better.
Yep, I will pass to Mr. Conductor, and then I will ask for that to be passed back to me after.
Sure. So Mr. Conductor will whistle for a train once again.
Mm-hmm.
And I will attempt. I will step on the train, probably tearing my pant leg as it goes. And I will, try to get near Siren and grab that first coin that I have noticed. You said I can't call in a principal again, and I'm. Hold on a minute.
No, you can't use Principle of Clockwork again.
Yeah, you can't use Principle of Clockwork if you have a good reason for your other one.
I don't see a good reason for Principle of Order. What I will do, however, is I will burn the +2. No, I don't want to burn the +2. I will burn a banked +1 that I have.
Mm-hmm.
To use Quick Switch. So I can switch into my green mode.
Yep.
And I would like to use. Where the hell are we? I would like to use Thomas's next stop, because as I'm on the train, I'm going to use my awareness to once again overcome, and I will be able to defend myself as a result.
Yep. Sounds good.
So awareness, alertness, and I get my yellow die.
Mm-hmm.
Let's roll it.
Roll him, roll him.
And I'm assuming, because I'm actually, sleight of handing, my limbering up and the fact that I had a dog on my pant leg and the fact that I was tired are all applying to this roll.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So that is a 5.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you get to apply this, Nick. Are they being applied to my overcome or to my defense?
What are the total bonuses you have? I know there's -4 from the dog on your pant leg. That's definitely the over.
Okay, -3 from the from being tired.
I'm gonna let you pick that one.
I'll throw it onto the defense then,
Mm-hmm.
and I will apply my +2 to the overcome.
Which means you only have a -2 on the overcome.
Correct. So it's a 3. So it's a
Which
major
is,
twist.
do you want a major twist, Izzy?
100%. I want the major twist. I want this damn coin.
Okay. Well, I actually had a plan for hitting you with this, but you gave me a major twist, so this is fine. So you get the coin. There is, however, a problem with this.
Okay.
Well, when you try and call a train in, the train is like, "Oh, Mr. C, you can't use a ticket."
What? Oh, I have so many questions, and now I'm annoyed.
Yeah, they're like, that's a ticket. We can't. Is there someone coming with you? The trains are just very confused by what's going on with you trying to use a ticket.
And these are silver coins.
They're big, heavy silver coins.
How big are they?
So I'm gonna say, Mr. C, your major twist is while you have one of the coins, you can't use the trains.
I can't use any of my powers that are associated with
Or
trains.
yourself.
Or I
is the
just
big
can't.
thing.
So wait, I can't use any of my powers associated with trains, or I just can't roll trains.
You can't use the powers associated with trains because they're gonna show up and get really confused.
Oh boy. Okay.
You just pass it to one.
Yeah, I will pass to good spirits.
Okay.
I mean, is handing one of these off a free action, or do I have to spend my turn doing that?
You have to do it on your turn.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that is the better of the rolls that's going to happen here, but let me roll the other ones for Swift.
Insert them into Foundry like he's a coin-operated machine.
'That's
10 is
mean.
still just a +3, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I am getting a boost for mine, and then I'm going to be using Principle of Chaos, and going to be trying to basically do flood of rats or whatever else is in the area, shapeshift into one of them as well, run past, try to grab the steal the coin and come back, and at the very worst be identifying it. I'm going to be using the +3 from there, and you know what? I'll use one of my hero points for the session for a total of +4.
Mm-hmm. And this is getting your first one on the second coin then.
Yep, I am kind of hoping to get high enough that it is
2 successes.
yeah.
Yep. Sounds good.
I'm going to use animal control because of the animals that are working as helpful distraction. Can I use criminal underworld for pickpocketing?
I don't think so because it's in information.
Okay. Then I will be using Kechi.
I couldn't hear what you said there.
I'm using my personal one, Fake Hat.
Oh, yeah, legit.
That is a 7 plus 4 is 11.
That is one success.
Yeah, god damn it.
Off by one.
I can't spend another point right now to make that
Nope.
Okay.
Boost
Well,
cap
I've
plus.
identified where it is.
Yep, you have identified where it is.
Uh,
All right, good spirits. Who's up next?
I think I need to start passing to them so that they don't have control of next turn order. So I think I'm going to just give it to the minions.
All right, that is a lot of shots coming at you guys.
I mean, we weren't going to be doing anything with them this turn, I was pretty sure.
Yep. All right, that's 2 shots on everyone. Starting off with Foundry. Foundry, 5 and 3.
Okay, so 3 and 1. That's not bad.
Next up,
Actually, wait, no, wait. Sorry, actually, the physical shots, right?
Yeah, they're physical shots.
Okay, never mind. 1 and 0.
Yeah. You don't care. Boogeyman. Ooh. 2 and 6. Mr. C.
Mm-hmm.
First one, 8.
I have a defend 9.
Ow.
I have a defend 9. It's okay.
Yep. Second one, 5. And the answer is these are D8 minions.
Mm-hmm.
You're attacking the mob on their home turf. No, actually, good spirits. Would you prefer you getting a shot, or are you taking hits for your minion?
I prefer getting shot myself.
Okay. 4 and 4.
So can I defend that because it's technically a status die, but it's fluffed as trains, or am I just not allowed to use that defend?
You're not allowed to use that power as your fluff. You have to use your other power. But yeah, it's your trains thing that is the big one.
Okay. Well, no. It's status die. So if I can't use it, I can't use it. I'm just asking for clarification.
Let me just double check what it says for major twists. And this one is more like powers and quantity, so you can use that. It's just, it feels weird.
Well, I'm not the one getting picked up. It's picking up another train person.
Yep.
But okay. It feels weird. The trains aren't sure what's going on.
But they still get in the way of the attack.
Yeah. Okay. So good spirits, I will defend you. 1. Depressing.
Yep. So 7 damage to good spirits. All right. Yeah, they're continuing plan of passing to their boss, who is just like, all right, no, you give that back right now. You give that back right now. Big screech, hitting everything, shattering windows shattering windows. But at this point, she does not care.
Does she hit her minions?
Not really. It's attacking enemies, but the environmental damage is the fluff for that. Like, she didn't want to do this, but now one of you has one of the coins. So she's gonna. All hero targets. Attack 8, hinder 3. Or attack 8 with a -3 hinder.
I can't block any of that.
I haven't had my turn yet. I don't have another reaction for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good.
Okay. I am in yellow, so I do get to roll defense on my minion.
Yep.
So that is the die I roll is this one. So
So it only has 4 coming in.
Only has 4 coming in. It succeeds. It still downgrades though.
Yep.
Meaning that next turn probably neither of us are going to be that useful because of the fact both of us have a -3.
I mean, if we make this last overcome, we just leave.
You still have to leave.
I'm in red. I have a power that does that.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to hand off this coin.
Yep. Bet you have questions. And she's going to pass to Boogeyman. Or no, actually, she's pass to Foundry after that. Foundry, you're up.
Okay. I'm not even sure what to do on this turn.
Can we steal the coin?
I guess I can. It'll just be what, boosting you then?
Stealing the coins and overcome.
I mean, you could physically do it.
I mean, I guess I don't really have good things for stealing.
Okay, the overcome could be like knocking her down and it falls out of her pocket.
Okay, fair enough. Guess we'll go with that. Yeah, we're just gonna try to smash and have her lose the coin that way. Okay, so 6.
6. That is a success with a minor twist.
Yep.
Minor twist is gonna be, I think Foundry hits someone in the process. Odds and ends. Boogeyman takes damage for mid die because Boogeyman got knocked out of the way as part of that.
I'm almost down.
But it is someone's turn.
Let's see. I guess we give it to the dog.
All
I
right.
don't have a whole lot of choice.
Please don't kill me.
Right now, Foundry has one of the. Oh no, Foundry and Mr. C are the ones with coins right now. Boogeyman does not have aggro.
That's fair.
Which is to say, Mr. C,
Mm-hmm.
what status are you currently in?
Red.
Oh, this is bad news for you.
I figured.
Because the dog, you see Melwin's eyes flashes like, oh, I know what you're about to do, and it's not allowed. He grows larger and larger as he charges Mr. C and Foundry.
Okay,
Let's
what
see.
is this?
Let's see what he rolls.
Reminder, Izzy, that you can always hit the deck.
You can always hit the deck and may need to.
I mean, you tell me, am I allowed to? Because I thought this guy could stop reactions.
He's not using his reaction stopping attack on you. He's using an AoE on both of you.
Okay.
Mr. C is getting hit for 9, Foundry's getting hit for 6.
I would like to hit the deck, and I would like to use a reaction to get Foundry out of here.
All right, you can do that.
Yeah.
And the train coming in, just Foundry's like, thank you for your ticket. The coin is going to vanish into the aether as Foundry it goes poof.
We don't even get to... Okay. I thought I was the one who collected those.
Well, actually, it's a fair point. The magic probably goes poof.
All right, so I'm using that.
Big old silver coin.
Yep. I'm in red now.
Mm-hmm.
How much damage was that Foundry?
6.
Well, that eats my -3. Sorry, Dan, I don't defend you at all.
That's fine. I only take 2 of that anyway.
Cool. Hey, Dan, you're back at the last right.
Okay.
With a large silver coin in Foundry's mech hand. Mr. C, what about yourself?
I would like to hit the deck, please.
You can hit the deck.
I can't use trains, though, so let me look. What mode am I in?
I think you're still in your green mode.
Oh, I am. So yeah, as he's coming at me, like, I'm just gonna be, like, heightenedly aware of the attack coming in at me. Like, as he swings, I'm gonna try to dodge around it just from knowing exactly where he's about to strike. I'd like to defend with awareness.
Sounds good. You
How
hit
much-
4 and roll with the blow through a window.
Okay.
Or
So
you-
I took
net
4 from
4.
that, I believe.
Yep. And Mr. C is outside.
I'm outside.
Yep.
Dick.
That's your minor twist. Boogeyman.
Do we have what? Sorry, do we have both coins?
You
Yeah,
have both
get outside.
coins.
Oh, then we just need to get the fuck out of here.
Yes, come outside.
Mm-hmm.
All you need to do. Come outside.
Yeah, I'm gonna go outside. What would it be just to hide? To just
No.
hide me and Mr. C.
That works.
All right, so you're just hiding Mr. C outside?
We can hide both of us.
Okay, yeah, that works.
What would that be?
And overcome.
I mean, I'm terrible at those, but whatever. All right, you know what? I'm gonna burn 4 hero points.
Yep.
And in fact, I'm gonna use Principle of Undead because I'm masking. I'm not just spreading the mist to mass sight. I'm masking our scent, and the air will just smell like death,
I like it.
which I'm pretty sure even the dog won't be able to smell through.
Yep.
So there's gonna be stealth. There's gonna be invisibility, and I'm gonna use stealth.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
That is a 12.
You have a -3, so it's a 9, but it's still good.
That's still good. You're right. I forgot about the -3.
Yep. All right. I think the end answer is you guys, with that overcome, are going to get away as this group. Presumably, Mr. C does not want to have another ticket charged so you can look at these coins, which means it's probably going to be an awkward and weird swim/stealth mission getting out of here. My real question is, how does Good Spirits get out? Because you're all going to get out at this point.
So first off, the big chaos moment for messing with the environment, I'd like that to trigger. I'd like to trigger the trap to hit Siren. And then I'm going to be constantly, I guess, shape-shifting and moving out of the way.
Oh, I
Because
think
I have,
the
like...
environment mess is going to be both Mogwin and Siren get dunked into the ocean when a dock collapses underneath them from waves.
Yeah, I think between then shape-shifting and leaping, I run.
Yep. Easy.
I will get the pot shot from the curse that I set up in advance off, but...
Yep. You get the pot shot off, everyone gets away, the area smells so much like death that Mogwin cannot, sniff you out to follow you.
Okay. And just to confirm, I can't call a train, otherwise the ticket will just be consumed.
Yeah, because, it is possible when you're not in combat to talk to them about it.
Look, it's slow, but I can get us out of here.
Yeah.
I literally had the power to resolve this, though, on my turn.
This is your major twist, is me going, Mr. C is not really sure how to not get the ticket consumed by this happening.
Yeah, no, I know, which is why I'm not going to do it. Yeah, no, we will swim out.
Yep. And the answer, there are ways for you to not have it consumed so long as you're traveling on Earth, but Mr. C just got blindsided by that.
Yeah, okay. Jesus. This is... what? This opens up a whole lot of questions.
Don't it just though?
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys get away. Yeah, there's some fighting at the docks after this, but not really a you problem.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, you are all going to find your way back to the last rites.
Well, that was weird.
Very.
I'm going to say, I'm going to, like, do you still have that coin? Looking at Foundry?
Oh, I got it.
Wait, does he still have it, Nick, or was it
Oh,
consumed?
he has the coin, but the magic is gone.
Okay. And I'm going to hand mine, I guess, to Good Spirits and say, does this still have all of its properties intact? Sean?
The coins, I guess I'll compare them to what I know of the one that I stole earlier. Does it have similar magic power, or is it a similar minting of coin?
Similar magic power, different flavor, if that makes sense. Like
This
the one
says,
you stole before had a different magical resonance, but this is very similar.
okay. Can I roll Principle of Immortality to see if I can detect, figure out exactly what or who these ones are from?
Oh yeah, go for it.
8.
So answer is you're like, oh, well, it's somewhat of the same rank as the one you picked up. But the big difference for flavor is this one is attuned to the Fey realm.
So this one, these are charged with power from the Fey realm. Would have to be a lord or lady of the courts that did something this strong. I'm not 100% sure whose they are or exactly what. If one could try and figure out a way to just put their power in something else or drain the power,
Yep. For reference,
or try and use them.
the one you had before was attuned to the underworld.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, there's a good amount of magic in this. Can try and do something with it.
Well, should we waste this? I mean, this is a ticket that can get us anywhere, right?
Well, do we have a place that we can that we know we can safely store them?
So this is one where I'm going to give you guys a thing because Good Spirits has actually been reading the How to Be a Good Mr. Conductor book.
Okay.
So this is not a ticket anywhere. It's specifically a ticket deep into the Feywild. It can be spent on other things, but like that's what it's attuned to.
Got it.
Mr. C, the big thing that I'm going to give you for your major twist is your trains are basically just printing, like going, oh yeah, freebie ticket every time you sent someone somewhere on Earth before, but they finally got the chance to accept a real ticket.
Okay. It just feels so good. Okay, so that's fine.
Yeah, I'm a little if they were planning to use this as a ticket and not just for the power in it, because they do know about the travel. I'm a little bit concerned on who or what they'd be trying to bring in with this.
Well, then here's a follow-up question. I thought I was the only Mr. Conductor currently active. If they were going to use a ticket like this, wouldn't they have to go through me?
Oh, this ticket's very old.
Well, yeah, but still, like, don't they need me to summon a train with this ticket? Or I don't know how this
Are you
works.
asking Thomas?
Yes, I will ask. I will ask Tom.
It's like, well, I mean,
Oh no, wait. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can ask the trains this, or I can ask Tom this. Good spirits this. Like,
I'll let you know whatever I found in the book, and I'll try flipping through it some more to tell you more about this, since this is now relevant and important. But, like,
oh,
that relies on...
there are ways to hail a train that involves, like, going to a stop with the appropriate ticket.
So, you don't necessarily always need to be in the loop for this.
wow.
A big thing that you do know is basically you need to be in the loop for printing new tickets.
But I've never had to do that. I don't even know how to do that.
Yeah, so only old ones can be called in right now.
Okay.
Unless the person goes to you.
Well, now I'm curious. Is there a way for me to print tickets?
That's in the book. It is the part that Good Spirits is still working on the translation for.
Of course. Okay.
If you want, you can have that be the next focus, Good Spirits.
Sure, assuming that we don't have something else we'd rather be learning from the book.
I don't know what the index is, so yes, I think that is the next thing we should probably learn from the book. All right. Jeez, okay. So Nick, where can we safely store this coin that still has magic in it?
Yeah, do we have a... Is there a station that these could be safely deposited at and, like, pulled from later? Is this something that, like, based off this, probably needs to be held on a person? Because I can add to the magical items that Tom's holding on to at the moment.
Answer is, Tom, you could track this thing down if you just left it somewhere after a few days.
Yeah,
Okay, that's what I thought.
so we don't really have a good place to put it, so we either drain the energy or hold on to it. I can hold on to them, and if it looks like I'm about to get cornered, just dump the magic in to do something. Can't exactly promise what will happen, but it will be better than letting them bring in whoever they were going to be bringing in with this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
If we can transfer,
in theory, I could hold on to it. My body acts as like a gateway to the underworld. I could always like siphon the energy into that. Though I don't know if that's a good idea either.
Yeah,
I mean,
like, there's ways we can drain the energy and use the energy for something else. Like, I don't know if we have a good idea on what we want to do with that yet, but it is an option.
I can always make another ticket with it, assuming we can just transfer the funds, but I don't know how that works yet.
Yeah, I can look into that, and we could have me hold on to one actually, it's probably not the best for you to be holding on to one boogeyman because you're in the same place a lot.
That's fair.
That makes it easier to track. I think if I just spend some time as a cat running around through the city, keep from being in any one place for too long of a given time, that might work until it give us some time to also get a better idea on things.
Bless you.
If I just make sure the any tracking on this will be pinging too many locations in the city.
Okay. Well, while you do that, I'm gonna have a conversation with my trains to make sure that they do not take this ticket from you if I call you a ride.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't plan on going home at the moment.
All right.
I mean, I guess theoretically I could take this as a ride to the Feywild and a ride back, but that has some complications.
I didn't realize it was a round trip ticket.
Oh,
Well, I
it's
mean,
not.
I have one ticket. I have one ticket and I have another ticket.
One of them was consumed.
Yeah, you have a coin that has no magic left and is just a hunk of silver, and a coin with magic left.
Oh, oops. Yeah, then nope. Can't do that. Yeah. I'd rather not end up back in the Fey realm at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe someday, but not now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what's next besides healing and hoping that put a stop to whatever they were planning?
So, a thing that you guys should probably think about for that is they know about the bar.
That's a fair point.
So we probably don't want to spend too much time lingering at the bar and potentially prep the bar for another attack. We could try trapping and arming it and guarding it up as best as can. Like I could potentially try putting a couple of curses and stuff on it for if anyone comes here that's not say welcome. And I'm not sure but Foundry, I feel like you probably can maybe do some other reinforcing as well.
I mean, I can protect it against some physical threats, but I can't do a whole lot
Oh.
against the more supernatural stuff.
We could also try giving this to if for other ways of where well, a lot of the people they bring are still going to get hurt by something physical.
True.
Even Malgan will get hurt by something physical if it's big enough. You just might need to add a little bit of magic to it to make sure it sticks. We could also potentially talk to Gamma and Iota. They could probably also be an option for draining this of the magic it has. But so that's another option there, but that then puts it in another place where it can be still gathered. Wouldn't be a ticket, but would still be power.
Hmm.
Kind of
Alright.
depends if we have an idea on what we'd want to do with it.
Can't say that I do.
Oh, I was also thinking about the jail cell that we had that fight in a week ago.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah,
long ago.
that place shut down a lot of what we could do. So
I was saying if Foundry can find the device, do you think you could build a copy of it?
Maybe, but it's going to depend on how the hell they make that system work.
Didn't we get the blueprints and stuff from Gamma and Iota on things?
Oh yeah. Foundry, you need to take a look at these.
Sure.
I don't actually remember what those things were. Actually, no. We never got details on those because none of us have the right skills.
Yeah.
yeah,
They basically went, hey, can you get us blueprints? Because, I don't know, Foundry might be able to do useful things from them.
I mean,
Here,
that's fair.
Good Spirits opens up his bag of tricks, pulls out a bunch of blueprints, and hands them over to you. Detailed engineering drawings of...
So, the
So
big
what are
one
they?
from what you guys talked about is Foundry. A lot of these are actually pretty far beyond you. You're like, okay, this looks like... Well, there's a gyroscope and an engine around it, and what the fuck is that even? And you look and you see a thing, and you're like, that grade steel doesn't exist.
Lovely. So do you think you can build it? I'll say as I slide a drink to you while we're at the bar.
And
Unlikely.
here's the big thing, Foundry. From the other investigation, that looks sort of similar to the thing in the prison, but different in a lot of ways. In that, like, this is compact and elegant, and what you saw in the prison was very much not.
Gotcha.
Wait, you actually saw the device in the prison?
Yeah, I was the one who went in and started beating on the guys that were trying to escape.
Yeah.
Okay, I had an idea where I would take you to the prison, you would get a look at it, but you've already seen it, so never mind.
Yep, no, I've seen it, and I've seen how it works.
Do you think you could make a copy of it with what you know and these blue thingies?
I mean, Nick, correct me if I'm wrong. It's sounding like a resounding no. I don't
It is
even understand
not
half
a
of it.
thing you can easily replicate.
Not without the help of someone who's far more familiar with this type of technology than I am.
Well, actually, and then you think about it, you're like, maybe with the metal from the magic train yard, because that stuff's bullshit.
That's fair. Magic bullshit for magic bullshit.
We'd want to make sure it's not something that is always going to be on. Like, I was able to figure out a way to bypass that effect and mess with it, but if it's constantly messing with me and Boogeyman, that could be a bit of a problem if we're just always under it.
Yep, and I'm gonna say this much right now for Foundry, you're like, yeah, you have no idea how this thing is supposed to turn on and off, or like why they're welding metal to silicon or something like that. But you're staring at a lot of this just makes no sense. Even if a fair bit of it you're pretty sure you could build.
Right.
I mean, we could also potentially meet with them again to get a little bit of more advice and help.
Yeah, I might have to.
All right.
Like, I'd say that isn't a bad idea or path forward.
Mm. All right, so is it time to split up? You guys see if you can meet with Gamma and Iota. And I've got something I need to take care of. And Mr. Conductor is going to George is going to reach behind the bar, pull out the yellow pages, and start flipping through them.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
All right.
Can you give us a lift to whatever Iota and Gamma is before you start on that, or... Did we actually get a number to contact them with? I forget.
You got a phone number.
Okay, so we can actually call them. Because I know we discussed a lot of bullshit communication strategies before phones were stated, but I couldn't remember if phones actually got exchanged.
At one point they asked you, don't you have a phone number?
Okay. The answer for that for my character was no.
Mm-hmm.
We will send Foundry and Good Spirits off with a few dollars so they can make a phone call from a payphone that is not near the bar.
Mm-hmm. Sounds about right. Well, I have dragged you back to the main map, where we'll just go in slow scene initiative order.
Mm-hmm. I will go last.
Who wants to go first?
I guess I can go.
I think you and Good Spirits are teaming up for this one, though.
Oh, that's true.
Foundry, you have a phone number. As the only member of the team who
Yeah.
probably knows, like, seriously how to work a phone.
Yeah, you're probably the one making the phone call. But so I think the main thing we would be asking is just to meet up again.
Yeah, that's really not a whole lot to it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not at the bar, just for
Yep. I mean,
safety's sake.
Go down a block, find a payphone.
Oh no, I mean like the meetup spot once we've contacted them.
That one you can easily coordinate. They suggest maybe not a public park where the cops are going to notice us this time from Gamma.
I mean, I worked in a factory district. I'm sure I know an abandoned warehouse or two.
Ah, yes, the abandoned warehouse. The abandoned warehouse district.
Of course.
Yep. So you can pretty easily set that up then, where set it up. I'll just go ahead. It'll take a few hours. Someday later in the evening, get Gamma and Iota say, "All right, we can meet up." So Gamma and Iota are meeting up with Foundry and Good Spirits. I'm assuming it's Good Spirits and not Tom Tim's because both of them are definitely coming in costume.
Yeah.
Foundry, are you coming in like mech suit, like costume with a mask, or as yourself?
Probably just costume with a mask.
Sounds good.
Trying to be inconspicuous.
Yep. They both show up and like, Foundry, good to meet you. From Gamma. I'd imagine you probably understand more about what we talked about than the rest of your team.
Some, but I gotta be honest. Some of the workings of this stuff is beyond my area of expertise.
Hmm. Always a
I
tricky
can-
one. You need some pointers with the designs?
I mean, I know a lot of the mechanical stuff, but some of this is just bizarre. I'm hoping you guys can maybe help me explain the finer details.
They're going to glance at each other briefly. Say, from Iota, which part? There's some stuff we definitely can't talk about.
I guess I'll point out one of the components that just has me baffled. Like, how is this supposed to work?
All right. Well, yeah, you found one of the things I can't talk about. You're good. You're good with a soldering iron, right? You've used that ever?
Oh, sure, sure.
I cannot say why this works. It does work. You're gonna need a lot of copper.
Can I figure out at all why that works if that is one of the more magic-based things?
It is not magic in the slightest.
Damn, okay.
Again, they don't believe in magic, remember?
More specifically beyond that, it is not like Good Spirits looks and goes, This isn't even a good runic diagram. What are you doing here?
Yeah. I can list off like what I think a good runic diagram would be. I think I'm also mostly just in the back playing with the coin a lot.
You are
Because
eventually
might
going
as
to get a
well.
question about that where I was like, well, you turned to a cat before. Do you want to be pet again?
Eh, sure. And we'll do the it will pocket the coin, shapeshift into cat form again, and just be held with it by Iota for this conversation.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
from
Keep going, Tom.
memories from last time, Iota gave good scritches, so therefore that is more. If I'm not being useful in a humanoid form, this is better.
Yep. They're going to point out some things, but a large number of the it's very odd which components they say they can and can't talk about.
Okay.
But the main one that Foundry gets an actual big answer was like, okay, a core component is an incredibly pure diamond in the center, which is what the etheric energy repository is for the device. AKA from Good Spirits, the thing that sucks the mana in. And like historically, diamonds have been very good for that.
Yeah. There's a reason that use gemstones, or that some people do.
And like you can use less pure ones, but you're going to have to scale it up a lot if you do. And then you just get from it'd be really cool if you had a giant pack full of diamonds that sucked in all the energy and turned it into a super weapon on your suit, but also that might be impractical.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Life goals.
But it's a good like techie meetup where the big problem that Foundry winds up running into is you learn more about how to build this, but not as much about why it works because of things that they say they can't say.
Okay.
What are the Boogeyman and Mr. C doing in the meantime?
Preferably not talking.
Visiting your mortician to get stitched up after all of those bullet holes?
That sounds reasonable.
Sounds good. Mr. C.
Mr. C is going to start flipping through the white pages to see if there is a one Michelangelo Campo with an address.
Well, there's 4 of them.
Okay, do I get addresses?
Do the white pages have that?
White pages should have addresses, no?
Oh, yeah. Yes, they do it this time. So, yeah, you get some addresses for these guys.
Okay.
They are all not very surprisingly in the Italian side of town.
Yeah. With a name like Michelangelo Campo.
Yeah.
All right. Can I also I'm gonna hail for a train, probably Thomas because he's my go-to, and I'm gonna try to go to the first address, and I'd like to ask him to tell me some details about the previous Mr. Conductor, like how tall was he, what color hair did he have, descriptors.
Thomas is very happy to help you out with that. He's 5'9", 5'10", dark brown hair, tended to have a pretty big beard.
Okay. And yeah, I would just like to, go past these addresses real quick.
Dan, we are getting much keyboard sounds from you. I cannot hear Izzy.
Sorry.
I'd like to go around the general. Effectively, I want to find this guy before I approach any of these houses to see if I can like ID him without having to like scare civilians who have no idea what I would be talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So like, can I go like each of these houses? Are people home? If people are home, like, does anybody match the description that Thomas gave? Are these apartments? Are these houses? What are they?
Yep. Just give me an overcome. Your pick what it is. You're sitting there searching the city and doing a bunch of investigation.
Yeah, I'm going to assume I'm in my Thomas form. Is that acceptable?
That's acceptable. It should be in
And
green.
we're in green again.
Yep.
6. So success with a minor twist.
Success with a minor twist.
Should have called the principal, but whatever.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Minor twist. Minor twist. I think these are succeeds with Oswald's plan, which is to say, you find out most of them have apartments. There's one guy with a house, but there's two you're sort of stuck between for which one's the guy, because there's two men who fit the description.
Okay, do they live in the apartments or does one of them live in the house?
One's in a house, the other's in an apartment.
Okay.
I'm just
Can I
gonna
tell do they
lower
have
Dan's
family?
volume for a second.
Do they have families? Do they...
Oh, both of them have families. The one with the house has a bit larger a family, 4 kids, where the apartment only has the one.
Gotcha. And Thomas isn't sure which one it is?
Well, so the problem for Thomas is you'd have to go into the place for him to see. Or, like, be really obvious about it.
Yeah, okay. That will be the end of this round. I'm going to wait for a good opportunity to, like, see if I can get one of my trains close to one of these guys to confirm or deny whether it's them.
Yep.
When they're alone. So, yeah.
Sounds good. Going into yellow. Who wants to take the first step?
I mean, I guess it can go back to me and Foundry, but that's mostly Dan doing things.
Hey, you could also ask questions, good spirits.
Also, like, I don't think I have a whole lot more questions that they can actually are willing to answer.
I guess I'll ask where they... I'll ask why they can't answer some of the questions.
This one, Gamma clams up out and goes, give me a sec. I need to think of a reason that makes sense that also won't, in fact, itself cause the problem. Actually, wait, I know, wait. Yeah, he definitely... So, there's a concept in, like, your, air quotes, magic of things people are not meant to know unless they change, like, that type of stuff, right?
I mean, people, yes.
Like, the books you're not supposed to read. It's one of those
yeah,
things.
kinda.
Does that make sense?
I mean, so we can have Foundry cover as heirs, but I'm not a people.
You're definitely a people. You might be a cat, but you're definitely a people.
I believe I've commented on how old I am at this point. Before.
Does Good Spirits say that in universe?
Yes. I believe that came up in our first conversation.
Right, that doesn't change the fact that you're a person.
This isn't the realm I come from.
And yet it is contained within the set that is all realms.
Yeah, but this is... But in those cases, for those things, the things man doesn't isn't supposed to know falls specifically for those native to here.
Give me a social overcome.
I don't have those. I don't have any useful ability, so I'm just going to be using the D4 Untrained. Can I use either creativity or otherworldly mythos, or would this be Fey Cat?
You can use otherworldly mythos for this.
Okay, what color are we in?
Yellow.
I would like to use Principle of Immortality since one of my that ties into my basis of why this doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to spend 2 of the hero points that I have for a +2.
Sounds good.
And that is a 10.
Like, all right, this is worth trying. She's going to lean down to whisper some things to good spirits. And I'm just going to text this to you to see whether or not you want any of this out loud.
Whisper, whisper, whisper. It's the end of Pokemon. That is also a cat.
Meanwhile, Foundry, are there particular questions you would like or things that you would like to learn / get help with? Because Geb is still very happy to help with a large number of other problems.
I mean, I guess I'll get as much information from him as I can as far as how this stuff works.
Yeah. You've gotten all you can for the magic engine / siphon thing.
Okay.
Now, that was your first set of actions, was getting that information where a lot of it is, this is a black box, I'm not telling you how it works.
Right.
Because I can't. For what we will call reasons.
I guess. Do we know what led them to start working on this stuff, or has that not come up?
That has not come up at all.
Okay, then that's my next question.
So he's like, I realized several years ago that there were aspects of reality I didn't understand. And not only did I not understand them, the other scientists and engineers I communicate with didn't understand it. And
okay.
I sought to. So I started building devices to try and interact with what then I was calling etheric energy. And through the ways this was manipulated and these signals that happened, Iota found me. Really, this is much more her device. There are things she's explained to me and things that she said she can't explain to me. The big idea was there was something happening in the city. Something that didn't make sense. Above and beyond what the rest of your team does not make sense. At least according to conventional physics. and thus I looked to the unconventional.
We're special.
We are the most special. We're like pumpkin bread during Easter.
Okay. How did you get from understanding a bizarre phenomenon to an anti-magic field?
Everything is energy. What mattered was whether or not we could find a resonance for it, which it turned out diamonds in particular are very good at. It took a little bit to get there. And interviewing a large number of charlatans. But this is the big thing, at least for my understanding. The first time I saw levitation. Actually, have you ever been to a magic show?
Yeah, once or twice as a kid.
Right, and almost all of it's tricks. In fact, I dare say 99% of it is sleight of hand. I found one down south that wasn't. Nothing that happened at that show could be explained through sleight of hand. That was when I realized there was something deeper. And I started looking into magical artifacts. He does air quotes. Ancient history. And found more and more instances of something else being out there. And I won't bore you with the long investigation. But the short part was, through trying out a large variety of experiments, many involving electricity, which is wonderful for this, on magical artifacts, we discovered another fundamental force that that interacts with the universe. And that is, at the shallowest level, the basis of not only this, but my flame gun as well. There was a type of energy that everyone else missed. Several types, maybe. I'm still working on the categorization. And there's a lot of people around the world who found some of this, but not all of it. Rituals with 30 steps that only need 3, as an example. Which 3? I don't know. I'm looking forward to the future and seeing what comes of it.
Right.
He is going to techno-babble at Foundry a bit, where Foundry is much more a mechanic who has a good intuitive sense of what to do. And much less a person who... I'm imagining this for what you said, sorry. Much less a person who sits there trying to figure out what the cosmological constant is.
Yeah, definitely more of an intuitive mechanic for sure.
Yep. And some of this makes sense. Like, Foundry has probably felt things that are magic in different areas of life before. Certainly much more so now that he knows what to look for, given Tom and the Boogeyman, and maybe less Mr. Conductor, but especially Tom and the Boogeyman.
Yeah.
There's like, there is something else out there, and you've always felt it, but you have words for it, at least from like the brief dissertation Professor Gamma's giving.
Okay. Well, it's a start.
Meanwhile, in the other conversation, I'm going to
Tom
give
is
you
only making
a
good
line,
decisions.
Sean, for what Tom's reaction is to some things that are being spoken to him.
Okay. Tom only ever makes good decisions.
Yeah.
And always thinks ahead for what he is doing, clearly.
Just describe Tom's physical reaction to that.
I think might be hair stands up.
Yep. Yeah, that type of thing. And that's probably where that conversation gets cut short. Like, the cat's hair stands on ends, and I'm like, oh no, are you alright? Was that too much?
There's going to be a pause of... And basically a thing of like, let's stop there, but we should talk more later.
Sounds good.
Because whatever is the thing that causes that is the thing of like, that is very bizarre. And kinda wrong.
Tell me about it. Alright. Foundry gets science lecture. Good Spirits gets a fright. Boogeyman, you still not feeling up to talking?
Yeah, I just don't have a voice. I'm sorry.
It's reasonable. Let's go to Mr. C for a sec.
Mr. C is going to attempt to figure out which one of these guys is the right guy.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. I don't know. I guess that means another overcome action.
Yep. Honestly, don't bother rolling it for this one. It's the guy in the apartment with just a couple of kids. He's yes, is he?
Yeah, I was gonna start with that one
Yeah.
because I had a feeling. What do I know about him from previous? I know he's no longer Mr. Conductor. Did the train? I forget. Did the trains tell me why he had the whistle taken away?
Oh no, that's a question for Mr. Station Master. We listen to Mr. Conductor. We don't have any say in who is Mr. Conductor.
Okay, well, I'm noting that this guy is here.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, it's a pretty decent apartment. Like, in a nice part of town. Not huge. A thing that Mr. C does notice now that he has any idea what to look out for is like, oh, pretty sure this place is under mafia protection.
great. Like I wouldn't even know the signs to look for to see if he's connected, but I'm assuming this is well within the Italian territory, you said.
Well within the Italian territory. Like, Mr. C doesn't know the signs, but he certainly knows that, like, there's a couple of guys who are fairly obviously concealing guns, like, just hanging around the entrance of the apartment building all day, basically guarding it.
Mm. Lovely. Okay.
has a pretty view of the lake.
Of course it does.
Great. He's on the third floor.
Okay. Well, I know where to find him now. I think the next step is figure out why the hell he was effectively disbarred.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'm going to whistle for a Mr. Station Master.
Yeah, you're going to go in to talk to Mr. Station Master. Easy enough.
Okay. Is that this round or next round?
I feel like this might be the second to last thing we do. So let's do you again, and then something's going to happen for other people, which might be where we end session.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to show up, look at Mr. Station Master, and say, do you by chance have any other rule books or information about my job, preferably in a language I can speak?
Oh, you don't speak that. Oh, I'm sorry, George. I didn't know. That's the only one. There's a lot of rules in there, though.
Yeah, I have someone who's helping me with the translation. Question: what? Am I the only Mr. Conductor currently active? And what happened to the previous one?
No, it's only ever one Mr. Conductor at a time. I promise you that much.
Okay, good to know.
Previous one, it's not a very happy story, but he
Yeah. What happened?
there's a couple of things Mr. Conductor could never do. Just gonna give you the warning. I mean, you're a good kid. I don't think it'll be a problem.
How old does he look?
Not that different from George.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
he is nebulously middle-aged.
Okay.
First one, never refuse a ticket. You sell someone a ticket is theirs. Call it in and go where they need to. Second one, don't hurt the trains. That second one, that is the reason why you're Mr. Conductor, George, and he is not.
Because he hurt the trains?
Because he hurt the trains.
Which trains did he hurt? Have I met them?
You haven't. Well, I mean, you've met some of them. He had ideas about what to do with the responsibility of being Mr. Conductor. But he didn't like Diesel's attitude. And Diesel's still healing.
What exactly happened? I heard there was an incident where Diesel took a ticket that he either issued or claimed, but I don't know any more details about that. I'm trying to figure it out.
I don't really know what happened either. Diesel doesn't like talking about it, and I'm not going to pry on bad memories, but it wasn't very long after that where the previous Mr. Conductor tried to make Diesel take some more tickets that he didn't want to take. Other trains were happy to take them, but predecessor wanted Diesel. I'm Not exactly sure why.
Hmm. And he just gave up the whistle willingly, or was it taken forcibly from him?
Oh no, when I found out, I reclaimed the whistle.
Okay.
You don't hurt the trains. He's just gonna stare directly into George's eyes with that one. But you've been good. The trains like you. Just hope. I hope Diesel gets through everything.
I hope so too. Well, I think that's all my questions. Thank you, Mr. Station Master.
Thank you, Mr. Conductor. Keep doing the good
Oh.
work.
Will I be able to speak to Diesel at some point?
You can go to his bay and knock. Probably talk to you when he's ready. But Diesel's always been an irritable one. And he last Mr. Conductor was not very good to him. So he's staying away.
I'm gonna just nod my head. Okay, thank you. That's a lot to chew on.
Yup. Isn't it just, though?
Yeah, it is. I guess I will pass to the boogeyman.
Okay. Like I said, I'm not very talky right now.
I don't know. That's fine. Because it's we're gonna finish off with the boogeyman. While he's sounding the alarm.
So what's happening with me?
So boogeyman, where are you right now?
I'm probably getting stitched back up.
Very appropriate. Down the morticians, getting stitched up, and just making small talk, seeing how his life's going. He getting asked questions that don't really hit super deep for plausible deniability, but got a good relationship. And question like, do you smell that?
Not really.
It smells like no offense, Rocco. It smells like you at your worst, but there's 10 of ya.
Should this bring up any like alarm bells in my head?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it should.
Why? What have I smelled like that before?
Oh,
it's not you who smells like that.
You smell dead people?
What do you mean? What am I smelling?
Is this the... Sorry.
Yeah. You're like, last time you smelled this, it was because someone was hunting. He was hunting you in good spirits. Some weird guy, some guy who said that he's taking back what's owed and sending you to the place you should be.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And I think that's where we're going to end session tonight. As Rocco probably goes, oh shit, oh no, this is very bad that he's here right now.
Yeah. That's a problem we don't need.
Yep. And that is session. So thank you, recording, and anyone watching. And thank you guys all for coming and playing. I'm stopping the recording now.